sure a lot of practice is indoors. But tell me, finally you're going to be playing this weekend against different opponents.
Yes.
How excited are you to hit the road and finally play some games that count?
I think I definitely speak on behalf of the team when I say this. We've been cooped up all day or almost all fall inside the field house, and we're eager to play these teams that we've never really seen before. I think the last time we saw these teams was before I was here. I'm a senior now, so we're just really looking forward to just proving ourselves not only in California but getting like a head start in Colorado and show just teams, no matter where you're from, that we're ready to like beat up on some teams, and we're ready to not see the same pitching and not see the same hitters and go through the same defense. We're ready to see some new opponents, and we're really eager to prove ourselves this year.
Yeah, how hungry are you guys to get back to that traditional Humboldt State winning ways and vying for, if it's conference titles or West Region appearances? How hungry, especially you as a senior,
Yeah.
but does this team want to do well this year?
Yes, so I'm the last class that actually got to experience all that stuff, and nationals and going and the CC2A tournament and everything. And my senior class really just showed our girls like how much hard work it takes to get there, and how no matter if you are a freshman or a non-starter or starter, it takes everyone as a team to go prove ourselves on that field. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or what position you play. It takes everyone, and we are just super excited to show how well we have meshed as a team this year and how we all have each other's backs, because I feel like that is what we've been lacking the last 2 years. Is we didn't really play as a team. We kind of played as individuals, but this team is like, I'm back in freshman year, and we're ready to just prove ourselves and show everyone what Humboldt softball really is.
You know, last year the pitching staff, there wasn't a true number one. The ERAs weren't where they wanted to be, and for you guys to win, it seems like you guys had to score a lot of runs and to be in games that would be those 12 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there's pressure on you guys to score more runs, or do you feel like you guys can not really have to worry, you'll take care of it, and the pitching can do the rest?
Yeah, I feel like Humboldt, no matter what year we've been in, like a bad year or a good year, we're always like on top of scoring a lot of runs. It just was a matter of who can score more runs. So I'm definitely not worried about runs, but our pitching staff this year is working really well together and feeding off each other's strengths and weaknesses. And we do have a young staff. We have 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and 1 junior. But I think with a young staff comes like that eagerness to prove yourself on the mound, and we can tell that our pitchers know that the defense has their back, and there's just that good connection between one another, and looking forward for everyone to see it.
Do you feel like, I mean, Coach obviously has brought in freshmen, and obviously players graduate every year,
Yes.
but Coach brings in freshmen. Do you feel like that they can help make a difference and just everybody together, have a better season than, say, the last?
Our freshmen this year don't really play like freshmen. We have very strong freshmen. We have a catcher, third baseman, an outfielder, and a pitcher, and you wouldn't think they didn't play in college. We have a very strong freshman group that I know will all see playing time this year, and that's really rare among college athletics, I feel like, because you want them to experience college, it's a different pace than high school, but these freshmen, I think, will prove that to be wrong. They're very talented, and it's going to be exciting to see.
You guys, you start the season, and then next week it's conference play already. So talk about just quick, hey, you start the season, and then that's kind of like your only, time to, for the non-conference games in the conference. Is that a challenge at all, or does that mean, anything, or is it just that you'll, just another game, just another week?
I think in our conference, it's the most competitive conference, and so it's going to be kind of a challenge, but I don't think this team is afraid of a challenge. And we, definitely weren't ranked the worst in the polls, but we weren't ranked the best. And with us being ranked kind of low, we just want to prove everyone wrong. We want them to think it's going to be an easy game and just kind of knock that team down and be like, whoa, didn't know that Humboldt softball is actually as good as we thought they were. And I think, we're going back to my hometown from San Diego, and that's our first conference game. We're going against San Marcos. So I think San Marcos is going to be a good game. We know a lot of the players on Humboldt know a lot of the San Marcos players, and we all come together and we kind of think of like all the strengths and weaknesses that each player has and how we can use that against them, and how we and just like working together. Our coaching staff really listens to the players, and in the CC2As there's a lot of players that know each other, so it's really comfortable to know that the coaching staff listens to us, like, oh, hey, I played with this girl. She goes to San Marcos, or she goes to Monterey. This is what you should picture. This is how fast she is, and all this stuff. And so I think we're gonna shake the CC2As up a little bit and give them kind of a run for their money, make them regret